Oh, so close. I'm gonna kill him here for sure. Easy. Welcome back, my boys. Today we're busting out the Claymore in some solo PvP. I'll be dropping some tips and tricks to sharpen your sword skills while showing off some insane fights. It's Sword Week, baby. The Claymore is an absolute executor. Stick around, this one's gonna be a banger. Alright, today, my boys, the build, it's gonna be Claymore. We're gonna use Q1, W1, obviously our Claymore E, which is insane damage dealer when you have 3 stacks of your Q. We're gonna use Mage Robe for Purge. We're gonna use Assassin Shoes to stick on our targets. It gives us that sticky mobility, and it deals a little bit of damage. We're gonna use Stalker Helmet. That's gonna be the bread and butter of this build. It's gonna help us execute our targets when they're low, and it's gonna help us get invisible targets out. Alright, time to showcase the build. Let's see what it's got here. We're going up against Death Givers, one of the most popular builds right now for solo PvP. We get in there, and we do a lot of damage before his gig pot. It's almost like he wasn't ready here. We're going to pop our Purge early and get as much value out of it. He unfortunately is using Q1, and he actually misplayed here. He didn't stack up properly. We're just going to finish him off because of his misplay. Take that loot home. And apparently he was doing a little bit of gathering in Corrupted. I'm not sure where, but he's a Giga Chad. So our next fight's against a one-hand fire, and he actually started this fight off poorly because he doesn't have Firewall, and against melee he wants Firewall. We're going to pop our Purge here to get rid of that Hunter Hood so we can just keep slamming our damage here. And we're going to keep the pressure up. With no Firewall, we get to stick on this man. He's got his Cleric. It's going to be big damn. That's alright though, because we're going to finish him off with the E. And we're going to execute him and send him back to Lumbridge. So I just want to remind you guys that all fights start off how you want them to. Sometimes they start off like this, and we took way too much damage. At this point, we were testing Keeper Cape, and we just procced our Keeper Cape, which is just sort of GG. So we're just going to try and kite a little. But unfortunately, he's a Raggy so we're just going to have to go in. He caught us. We don't have a lot of mobility because of our boots. But now it's time. We still have our Purge. We're going to pop our Purge here to try and get rid of his Merc Jack. That's what we're waiting for. So he has very little healing. We're going to use our boots to stick on him. Super important. We're going to Stalker Helmet, close that distance with our E, and we're going to finish him off. Bows can be very scary because if they can get distance from you, they will beat you. But if you can stick on them, it's GG. So we found another bow here. It's a longbow. Really important with longbows, you want to save some way to get out of his E. We just were able to walk out. So he pretty much has no damage left, and it's actually just over for him. There's no way he can out-trade us in terms of DPS. So it's just sort of GG for him. But yeah, that's the big thing about the longbow. Make sure you avoid that E and just keep on him. Keep that gap closed. So be mindful. When you're in solo PvP, you need to inspect your enemies so you're able to change abilities if you need to. So this guy's a quarterstaff. I know he's going to jump on me instantly, so I changed my W to the Reflect so I don't take any damage to this. It's easy to telegraph. And now, because of that, he lost all of his opening potential. Now I just get to brawl him down. I still have everything over him. I'm Mage Robe, so he can't heal. And now I have the pressure. I still have my E, and I'm just waiting until he's within that range. And then it's over. And that's as easy as it wrote. So we're going to go against another fire. He is the Undead Helmet and Cleric Robe, so he's got double immunity here. We're sure he's going to switch to Firewall here, so we're going to double check, and he did. He put Firewall on. That's pretty oppressive to us. It makes it way harder for us to stick on him, but that's our only goal here. Stick on him, do as much damage as we can, and pretty much brawl him down. We need to make sure we try to save our Robe for his Cleric here. That's going to be the biggest thing here, getting that off. As you can see, we're just keeping that pressure on. He Cleric, and we actually misplayed. If you saw that, we needed to Mage Robe before that. We barely got him. We needed to Mage Robe his Cleric, but we E'd beforehand. But we still won the fight, but that could have easily been a loss. So we're going to go against a Warbow here, and we have 3 main ways to stick on him. We have our Assassin Shoes, which is a very low cooldown, our W, and our E. We're going to use all of these to stick on him, even without stacks. We're going to E here so that we can just keep the pressure up and stay on him. We have our boots coming back up. We're back on him. He has no mobility here, and this is where we just get to do so much extra free damage to him because he has no mobility, and he can't out-brawl us because he's trying to kite. Wow, so this is going to be a really hard fight. He has Purge, which obviously he takes away from our sword stacks. He has Smuggler's Cape, so he has double heal pot. He has Armor of Valor, Night Boots, and he's a Blood Moon, so he just heals. It's a pretty hard fight for us. But honestly, the one thing we have over him, we deal more damage. So we need to stick on him and keep the pressure up. That's all we can do. Once he gets low, we're just going to have to go for it here. So that's what we do. He's in range. We're going for it. We just got our third stack, barely. We finish him off. It's a very close fight. GG. He was a pretty good player, and that's a hard build to beat. So guys, it is so important that you inspect your enemies. Because sometimes your enemies are trying to do some cheesy strats like this. He's going to try to silence us, so he can just channel his full E on us. But we don't want to let that happen. So we're going to take Cleanse here to remove that option from him. So we're going to lose a little bit of the damage from the Stalker hood, but we're going to add some survivability. You can do this on all leather hoods, which is really nice. You're running Hunter hood, you can swap it over. And this is going to be a key thing. Like, you should want to swap your abilities to maximize your chance of winning. Plus, we have our Mage Robe for his Cleric and Keeper. So let's see how this goes here. We're getting on him. We're sticking on him. He instantly E's us, which is honestly a mistake by him. We're going to Mage Robe because his Keeper went off during that. We're going to stick on him, and honestly, he has nowhere to go. It's already over for him. He did not even use his silence properly. He completely misplayed the fight, but we were prepared in case he didn't misplay it. That's what's important. Preparation is key. Knowledge is power. Make sure you inspect them. All right, we are going to go against, I believe, a Dual Swords here. Dual Swords has a lot of pressure. They just want to get on you and deal damage. He's a Cleric Robe. I don't think Cleric Robe is the best for dual voids, but either way, we have a Purge. He missed his first E, which is horrible for him. That is a lot of his damage. And honestly, we just get to brawl him down, and it's free. But if he had Merc Jacket, we have to save our Purge for that. We did Purge his Cleric Robe. We're just going to execute him with the Stalker E combo. We're sending him back to Lumbia already. All right, guys, when you're in Corrupteds and you see someone breaking a crystal, do not assume they're a rat. A lot of people use this to maybe make you waste boots or change your abilities thinking you're catching a rat. Let's take a look. This guy is definitely not a rat. Well, he is a rat. He's playing a healer, but he's not actually a rat. We don't want to drag through mobs here. We don't want to take any extra damage because he has a lot of sustain and heal up. Any extra damage to him is a benefit. So we want him to come to us here. We don't want to play his game. We want him to play our game. So he's, of course, going to walk forward. We're looking here. What can we purge? He's got Hunter Hood, he's got Mage Robe, and he's got Boots. We out DPS him, but we need to dodge abilities here, and we need to keep the pressure up. We need to do a lot of damage here to get value. That's his Hunter Hood. We can't hit him yet because we can't give him any free damage. He hit us. Good. See the difference in HP already? The thing is, we have so much more damage than him. It was a close fight, but we had to use our damage to out DPS him to kill him before his heals took effect. Because if he gets 2 rotations of heals and we haven't killed him, he's going to win the fight because he's going to out-sustain us. And that's really important. Yo, GG, guys. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. And guys, join my Discord. I'm doing 7-day premium code giveaways all the time. That just benefits you. Get on in there. Thank you so much if you stuck around for the whole video. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. It's Sword Week. We got more coming.